Pleasant good morning to each and every one. This is what we call Cruising with a Case Handler, a beautiful Friday here. Gearing up, ladies and gentlemen, for what's to be. And that is where the immigration attorneys, the personal injury attorney, and myself, we speak on personal injury and immigration, being redundant there. This show is called Cruising with a Case Handler. And of course, we are doing this each and every single weekday morning at 9:30 a.m. And also make sure you check it out on the weekends between 6 and 8. And also on Sundays between the hours of 10 and 2, where we speak on immigration and personal injury. And also about getting you some free consultations with this full service law firm. Many of you out there who need to get your questions answered can actually call us, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Okay, tune in and ask your questions. Right now, I would love for everyone who's watching us on Facebook to actually start sharing, okay, what it is that you're watching. If you know someone out there that would like to actually get their immigration questions answered, or questions in reference to personal injury, give us a ring. Once again, the number 844-774-3529. A panel of attorneys here to help you, here to help the community, here to help people who truly need that help. Once again, the number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Make sure you check it out once again, each and every single day. Looks like the case handler is case handler is about ready to join us. There he is. All right. He's a full-fledged Jamaican right now. That's all I can say. All right. So welcome the cap case handler wearing New York Yankees hat, the appropriate hat to be wearing anyway. You know, that's very good. Although he's a Jersey boy, you know, he's wearing the right hat.
Listen,
So
when you're in Jersey, you got two choices. You go Mets, you go Yankees. I've always been Yankees, even in the 80s when we used to go and, you know, we would cheer when they made 500 for the season. So these are well-deserved years that we're having. And Game 5 tonight, super excited. And this is how we're going to do it this year for the rest of the season.
I see that, Mr. Case Handler, Mr. $125 million supplement man plus. You know, it's good. Well, we have a lovely lady on the show. Love it when she's here. Her name is Andrea Scheer. She's an attorney. Andrea, how are you?
Good. How are you?
It's good to have you back. You've been on a little bit of a hiatus, huh?
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been back.
Good to have you back here.
Thank
and
you.
Adam, I can tell you well. Mr. Conrad Pollock, how are you, sir?
I am here. I know. I'm always here, right? It's like all these guys take days off. They go on vacation. You know, Andrea, I'll defend her. She's been very busy. You know, I keep my people working. Right, Scheer?
It's been a lot. I need a vacation soon. Just saying.
Conrad is the Lou Gehrig of the Cruising with the Case Handler show.
Speaking about Scheer, our attorney here, how are the questions coming along with the folks who have been asking them, Andrea? Just wanted to get a feedback from you.
Good. A lot of people I've been telling people that the fees are stopped so that they should apply as soon as possible. I've been letting them know that even if they're stopped, they shouldn't take that for granted. They should file as soon as possible because they will go up again. Probably it's not going to last a long time. So that has been one of the main things I've been telling people. We've had a lot of callers asking about the travel bans. They're still in place, so that has been a lot. And then today I wanted to talk about VAWA because that's also been, most of the calls have been related to that.
Okay. Wow. And a quick question for Conrad, the managing partner at the firm PPPD. You know, Conrad, yeah, people are calling and people are, you know, some of them are hesitating to go forward. What do you think is holding back those people who can move forward? You know, question for both of you. What do you think is really holding back those people? Is it because
the election?
The election?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we again, we're getting a lot of calls. In fact, we're probably getting more calls now than we were 6 months ago. But there are always questions about procedure as opposed to, can I do this? Can't I do this? It's more like, I'm doing this. Can I do, is this right? Or can I include my kid? Or how long it's going to take? Or why is it taking so long? Or, You know what I mean? But a lot of people, I think, are sitting on the sidelines because they're waiting to see what happens on November 3rd. Look, the fact is, if Trump gets reelected, you know, it's going to be a tough 4 years for immigrants. I mean, they've been making it tougher and tougher on a weekly basis, really. And another 4 years, I can't even imagine what it'll be like. On the other hand, if he loses, as if everything is pointing in that direction, and his rants lately, you know, don't help. His like psychotic rants on Twitter, and the guy's like losing his mind more than usual. But all signs are pointing to Biden winning, and if Biden wins, immigration hopefully will return to some semblance of normalcy. A lot of the bad stuff, like the public charge rule, will go away. A lot of the bad stuff, like this travel ban, which right now is extended to December 31st of this year, will go away. You know, the Democrats and Biden have a fundamentally different attitude, different impression of immigration than Trump does. I wouldn't even say the Republicans, because I don't know that the Republicans feel the same way that Trump does. I think they're just afraid of him and they don't want to cross him. But you know, the Democrats believe that immigration is a good thing for the country, that we are a nation of immigrants, that we're stronger through our diversity. Trump, you know, it feels the opposite. Diversity is bad. Immigrants are bad, especially immigrants that aren't white. You know, keep them out as much as possible. And he's been pretty successful doing it. Immigration is down like 75%, you know, in the past year, opposed to the year before. So, you know, I think a lot of people are aware of these things that I'm saying. Maybe they don't have as much detail as I do, as much as the actual information as I do. But I'm sure a lot of people are waiting to see what happens. And if Biden wins, my guess is the floodgates are going to open. And all of those people that are sitting on the fence right now are going to say, damn, why didn't I file 2 months ago and get ahead of the crowd? And, you know, look, I've seen it before. I've been doing this for 35, 36, 37 years, I forget. And I've seen things like this before, you know, and maybe not to this gravity, but.
You're saying that people who file now will definitely be ahead of others because they're in the system.
Look, everything about immigration is about lines. You know, like you're waiting in line to go to a movie, and their line wraps around the block. You know, everything about immigration is lines. Everybody's waiting in line for something. How long it's going to take, you know, depending on what type of case it is. And that line is forming right now. And once Biden is elected, that's when the ticket box opens and he starts collecting tickets and people go find their seats. If you're if you're in the front of the line, you're going to be taken care of first. You're going to get the best seats. You know, that's the way it works. People are waiting and they're going to regret it because, again, assuming Biden wins, which I think he will, people are going to regret waiting because then it's going to take longer for their cases to happen. It's going to probably cost them more also because fees are going to go up at some point. And, you know, but again, I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I do understand the idea.
Okay, gotcha. So what I take away from what Conrad said, people on 93.5 on Facebook, is that if you can file now. All right. It's much better to file now. Fees are lower now. They are definitely going to go up based on what I'm hearing. And also, of course, you want to be at the front of the line, or you want to be ahead of everybody else filing. God forbid more benefits come along, or when they do come along. So now is the time to call, you know, PPID, the law firm, Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico, at 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Yeah, it's okay to free consultation. You should call it.
Let me throw one more point down. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You know, just as an example, you know, the travel ban, as I said, is in existence until the end of the year. If Trump gets reelected, I'm sure it's going to be extended. It'll be extended for 4 years. I have no doubt of that. On the other hand, if Biden is elected, the travel ban will go away on January 21st, probably, the day after he's inaugurated. Now, what's the relevance here? If you have a green card and you're filing for your husband who's in Jamaica, right? You're subject to the travel ban. He's not coming, all right? As long as Trump is in office, he's not going to be able to finish his case. But that doesn't mean you can't file it. You can file the application. You can get your I-130 in. You can get your visa petition in, get it approved, get everything taken care of, and then he'll be in, everything will be done, fees will be paid, all the processing and the checks will be done. He'll just be waiting for that final step to get the interview. Now, you can imagine how long that line for those interviews at these consular posts are going to be once that travel ban is lifted. I mean, the people are getting in line right now. People have filed, are filing, people have filed 2 years ago, 3 years ago. All these people are waiting to finish their cases. As soon as things reopen, processing is going to begin. Now, you wait to begin your process. Just, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what I'm saying. It's going to take longer. So there is no reason to not file your I-130 today. If you're filing for a kid, if you're filing for a spouse, if you're a citizen applying for a parent, all right, all of these people are subject to the travel ban. If you file your petition now, it gets approved. That's not going to stop. Get it approved, which takes 6, 8 months, a year, a couple of years, depending on the process. Get it approved, get it in, pay the lower fees, because fees will go up. And then at least, all right, you have that one last step to overcome at the consular post, but you'll be there. You'll be in the queue.
Right.
You know, as we're waiting to start, travel ban lifts on January 1st, and then you file your case. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Absolutely. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're here, the show, Cruising with the Case Handler, which happens to be Adam Handler, the $125 million man plus, where he has settled, cases in the personal injury capacity. However, you just heard from Conrad Pollock on the immigration side, speaking on why one should actually file their case now and not wait. I've been doing immigration talk since 1996, showing my age here. All right. And, a lot of folks are all about waiting. Everyone procrastinate. All right. There's a saying, procrastination is the thief of time, and you really don't want to wait. All right. Get it done now.
These words of wisdom coming from our host.
Hey, tend to have some,
It's those new glasses he's wearing. It's making.
No, you know what they say, with age comes wisdom.
Yes, there you go. Thanks a lot for pushing my age. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. I know one thing as a fact, though. I am not the oldest person on this show right now, and I'm not the youngest. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying.
You're right in the mix there.
With that said, I am taking it to Adam Handler. Adam, before we even get into the you speaking on personal injury in detail and give us a true success story, I know it sounds, I won't say asinine, I won't say it sounds silly, but some people just don't know what personal injury is. Some people genuinely do not know what it is. They do not know or understand what personal injury is.
Sure.
A lot of people are immigrants, and we're not saying people are completely ignorant, but they don't know what kind of cases they could potentially have, so there is some ignorance there. So meaning not having knowledge of. So we would like people to fully understand and, clear up that ignorance that they may have as to what personal injury really is, and if they have any recourse if they get hurt.
Absolutely. So let's just take one step back from there before I get into that, and just let everybody out there know who we are. We are Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. We are attorneys, all right? We are a full-service law firm in downtown Manhattan with offices in Peekskill and in Brooklyn. I handle the personal injury cases. I'm the partner of that department. I've been with the firm. I've been a partner of the firm for 6 years. I've been practicing for 17 years. Conrad Powell, who call him the maestro, he is the managing partner of the firm. His father started the firm about 60 years ago, and we've expanded it to a full-service law firm. Immigration, personal injury, criminal defense, matrimonial, real estate, really every part of law we're able to handle for you. And if you've got a legal problem, we got a legal solution. You got a legal question, we got a legal answer. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844 PPPD Law. This show is called Cruising with the Case Handler. Squeeze and I started earlier this year. We're on every day, 9:30 a.m., Monday through Friday, I should say, consistently giving free legal advice over the radio, over Facebook. And of course, if you call our firm, right, and you mention this show, you will be receiving a 100% free, no strings attached phone consultation. So if you've got a question regarding immigration or personal injury or real estate or matrimonial law, you got a question, you call that number and you'll be connected to our firm. Now, with respect to personal injury cases, what is a personal injury case? Well, very simply put, if you're hurt through the fault of somebody else, you are entitled to money. That's the way it works here in the United States. That's the civil justice system. It provides for one remedy, monetary compensation. So if you get into a car accident, absent the individual in the other car being drunk or intentionally doing it, they will not go to jail. But how do we obtain justice for you? We sue them. And whether it's them, their insurance company, or their company that they work for, if they're on the job, they are responsible for paying your medical bills, your time out of work, and your pain and suffering. Our job is to get you as much money as possible in those categories. Now, what kind of accident cases do we handle, or what kind of accident cases are out there? Essentially, there are an unlimited number of ways to get hurt. Well, I shouldn't say unlimited, but there are many, many, many different possibilities of how to get hurt. I mean, I recently got a call about somebody that was using a natural deodorant and it caused burns in their armpits, and they developed blisters and cysts. I've never even had a case like that before, but it just goes to show you, you know, if the company that made that deodorant was negligent in using a certain formula, or that batch of deodorant had a problem and caused an injury, that's a case. We handle car accident cases, construction accident cases, workplace accident cases, trip and falls, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and nursing home negligence cases. So essentially, if you're out there and you're hurt through the fault of somebody else, you're entitled to money. And we understand, we are acutely aware that there is only one chance, and one chance only, to recover money in those categories: the medical bills, the time out of work, and the pain and suffering. And that's why we say on this show, one chance, one choice, I'm your case handler, because there are no redos. So regardless of your immigration status, if you've been injured in an accident of any kind, you give us a call. Or work proactively, you know, protect yourself from being a victim twice and have our number saved in your phone. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people listening to this show over the decades that we've been doing. I've been on the radio on 93.5 FM for over 15 years now. Thousands of people have our phone number, ready to dial it if, God forbid, disaster strikes. Again, our number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. And I ask you every day, don't take my word for it. Don't take Squeeze's word for it. Andrea, whose word should they take in a personal injury case? You're, as an attorney, reputation is everything. Who should they really listen to in deciding who the best possible attorney for their situation is?
The case handler.
Not only the case handler, but the clients of the case handler, the former clients, right? Because, Andrea, how many times have you had a situation that somebody has called our office saying they really enjoyed the work you did on their case, that you really did a great job, and now their family or their friends are coming to our firm? Doesn't that feel great?
Yes,
knowing,
it does.
right? I mean, you've been doing this a while. Like, that's one of the best parts of the job, knowing that you've really changed somebody's life, and they're so impressed by the way you work that they're willing to refer somebody to you who's a stranger to the practice. You know?
And it feels really great when you have a new person coming in and they're like, oh, this so-and-so referred me to you. They were so happy with your service. And you feel just great remembering the case, remembering the person, and knowing that you were able to help and make a difference. So.
Absolutely. I had a client text me the other day saying, hey, what's up? This is so-and-so. I have a case for you. They'll be calling you tomorrow. I hope you remember me. Of course I remember. Their name was saved in my cell phone. So I knew who it was right away. You know, we really have a family-based approach to our practice. And, you know, for a law firm that focuses so much on immigration and, you know, uniting families rather than separating families, I think it really spreads through all our practice groups. And that's why I think we've been so very successful over the years, because we really do it differently than most other firms. Let me get to a true life success story real quick before we get to some immigration questions. But again,
Andrea on VAWA also. She's going to be speaking on VAWA.
Oh, great. Again, don't take our word for it. Take former clients' words for it. We had a Westchester accident. Our client was driving a taxi. And since he was on the job driving a taxi, it was also a workers' compensation case. Remember, if you're hurt on the job, you are entitled to workers' compensation. However, you also may have a personal injury lawsuit if there's somebody to go after. In this particular case, there was, and we'll get to in a second. Didn't want a picture, wanted to protect his privacy. You know why, Squeeze? Because this cat got 200 grand. Would you please read that quote for me?
It says, Adam, Matt, Sandra, and Ava handled the case, and they did a really good job. My overall experience was great. I encourage everyone to go to the case handler team. Wally from Mount Vernon, $200,000 in settlement. And that was a taxi accident.
Yep.
Way to go.
The taxi driver, another car ran a red light, smashed into the side of his taxi cab, and he had a knee surgery. You could see the photographs on this. And for those listening on 93.5 FM right now, thank you so much. But please, go one step further. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Check out the case handler, or check out PPID. You can see these photographs. And you can see photographs of Wally's car. You can also see photographs of the vehicle that struck him. Never in a million years did Wally think that he'd be driving, trying to earn a living, and some other driver would just run a red light. Now, there was a big controversy when this case first came, because, Wally said he had the green light. What do you think the other vehicle said, Squeeze?
They had the green light too.
Correct. We were able to get, though, an independent witness from a house that saw the accident, saying that Wally had the green light, which really helped win the case. And that's why we had a $200,000 settlement. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, I say it once, I say it again. You don't take my word for it. Don't take Squeeze's word for it. Don't take Andrea's word for it. Don't even take the DJs that are broadcasting later on this radio station's word for it. They've all endorsed me over the years. I am the most celebrated personal injury attorney, possibly even the most celebrated attorney on this radio station, consistently for over 15 years. So go by those that have come before you, people that never thought they'd get into an accident, and then unfortunately disaster struck. But the good news for them is that they had that number saved. And I came through for them, just like these guys are going to come through for us tonight. I love that Jay-Z line. I made the Yankee hat more famous than the Yankees can. And that's all I got to say right now. Let's kick it over to Andrea.
All right. And as we hand it over to Andrea, as Adam noted, PPID, Pollock, Isaac, and Nasico is a full-service law firm. You heard us speak on immigration. You heard Adam speak on personal injury. Now, what could you do? You could store the number. You could just store that number right now. And that number is 844-774-3529. When you need immigration help, you call 844-PPID-LAW. When you need personal injury help, you call 844-774-3529. Once again, remember, the case handler, I call him the shark because he goes for the jugular. He wants to get all that money for you, and he always does. Not even a penny he leaves on the table. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Let's hand it to the lady of the show today. Her name is Andrea Scheer. She's an attorney at the law firm PPID, and she's going to speak on VAWA. And she needs to tell us what that is and why it could be a benefit for a lot of people out there, men and women. Andrea?
Yes. So VAWA, Violence Against Women Act. The first thing to clear up is that it doesn't just protect women, it protects both women and men. It was created to protect victims of domestic violence. A lot of times, women and men get married to US citizens or legal permanent residents, and throughout the marriage, they're abused, they suffer a lot, and they think, oh, there's nothing I can do. I'm stuck in this, or I have to get divorced and I have to go back. So that's why this was created, to protect individuals like that. The requirements are that you are married to a US citizen or to a legal permanent resident. You have to be able to show that the person you were married to had a status, U.S. citizenship or legal permanent residence. If you're divorced, you have to file within 2 years after the divorce. So that's also very important. You have to show that the marriage was real, that it was entered into for love or for any other purpose other than to get an immigration benefit. You have to show proof of good moral character. And finally, this is the most important, you have to show proof of abuse. A lot of people think, oh, I've never been abused because they've never been hit or beaten or something like that. But that's a misconception, because abuse is not just physical. There's a lot of forms of abuse. It could be emotional, it could be financial. A lot of people don't know this, but when someone threatens to call immigration on you, that's a form of abuse. Someone telling you, oh, if you do that, I'm gonna call immigration. If you do that, I'm gonna have you deported. So that's something I always asked our clients. Have they ever threatened to call immigration on you? Because they use that against you, right? It's control and power over the immigrant. So that's basically VAWA. If you are in this situation, you can definitely go this route, and you would be filing a self-petition. So you don't need the U.S. citizen or permanent resident to help you. You don't need them to sign any paperwork. You don't need them at all. You do this on your own, and it can lead you to get your green card. Another thing is, if you call the police when you're abused or when you're beaten, that helps, because not only can you do a VAWA, but you could also try for the U visas, which are victims of crimes and people that help and assist the police. So my recommendation is that if you are in this situation and if you ever feel like you need to call the police, you should definitely do so, because you will be protected. It's not going to get you to be deported or get in trouble with immigration. So that's my take on VAWA.
Yeah, because I know one of I know one of the things is that a lot of people are listening and they're saying, well, I'm still afraid. I don't want to get put in deportation. I don't want to get in trouble. You know, am I going to get arrested? You know, God forbid the other person says this. You know, I don't believe. But I think the first step is to actually speak with you, Andrea. They need to reach out to you at the firm, have a conversation, find out more about this, okay? You have nothing to worry about in having a free, private consultation where no one will know about it except you and Andrea, or you and one of the attorneys. So that is the reason why you need to call the law firm PPPD. The phone consultation is free. After that, you can make your decision to hire. And the number to call is 844-774-3529 to reach out to Andrea, speak with her more about VAWA and the benefits there are for this. Once again, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. And you're saying this can apply for men also, right? Because people don't think that men, you know, can happen to men, but it can happen to men too.
Yes, it actually happens a lot to men as well. And since there's so much stigma about men being abused, and they think that can't happen, and that you're not manly enough if that happens, or that's all like part of why men don't speak up, but it does help you too. And we do have a lot of male clients as well. The last thing I want to say, it is confidential. The abuser, man or woman, will never find out about what happened. Immigration will never reach out to them. It is strictly confidential between the attorney and immigration and the immigrant. Same when they call us. We don't share this information with anyone. It's strictly confidential.
Okay. Once again, Andrea Scheer at the law firm, PPPD, Pollock, Isaac, and Masico. We're here doing the show called Cruising with the Case Handler. That's Adam Handler. He's never cruising these days, but I guess he's cruising with the money, all right, and helping out a lot of people in the personal injury department. And obviously, Conrad Pollock and Andrea Scheer, they're cruising with the information and helping people who have immigration issues or would like to find out more about immigration benefits. Now is the time to make that link. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Call the firm today. 844-774-3529. Adam, before we top off the hour, what are the other services that the firm offers?
I mean, listen, we are a full service law firm. So, primarily our firm actually in our suite, it's immigration, personal injury, criminal defense, matrimonial, transactional law, labor and employment. If you're not getting your wages or you're working overtime and you're getting ripped off by your boss or you're wrongfully terminated, we can help you with that. And then there's many other fields of law that we don't practice, but we have, as you say, David, the links, and we are happy to make a referral to you that will handle your case appropriately. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what area of law you need help with. This is all regardless of your immigration status. I can't stress to you enough. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you're doing here. You're entitled to access the legal system. We can help you do it. Our phone number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. Give us a call, or good luck with the attorneys that you're about to hear in another minute, top of the hour.
All right. So there you go. I mean, listen, I can only vouch for PPID. I mean, I've seen people make several mistakes out there, and we're not saying any attorney's bad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this firm have a proven track record, and that's the reason why I say get that consultation with them. The number 844-PPID Law. That's 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Good luck.
It's 10 o'clock.
All right.
I'm going to do that every day now, right?
I know.
Good luck with the firm you're about to hear from.
Anyway, so I've got some immigration questions here.
I actually got to sign off. We have a big case. I got to take this hat off and put something appropriate. But we have a very big case in the appellate division right now that's being argued by my partner. Very, very serious case that we will discuss at another time. But it involves somebody that was very, very badly abused by a superintendent of a building. And we sued the building, and the building tried to dismiss the case. It was denied, and they're appealing that. But horrific facts, but we will talk about it soon, hopefully when there's a happy ending. I got to sign off. Have a great weekend. Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
And we'll speak to you soon.
All right, take care. Adam Handler, folks, the case handler himself, signing off where personal injury is concerned for the firm PPID. However, we're continuing with some immigration questions that people have asked in our WhatsApp group. So let's get to it. Andrea Scheer, an attorney, and Conrad Pollock, an attorney also at the firm. They're ready to answer those questions. So let's jump to it. It says here, hello, how long does it usually take to approve the I-130? The petitioner is a green card holder and the spouse is out of the U.S.
That's an F2A case. Typically, it's hard to say how long it typically takes to get approved. I mean, previously, it could be a year, 2 years. The entire process, 2 to 3 years. Right now, the F2A priority dates are current for this month. So it might happen faster. It's impossible to say. The processing times are changing constantly. Immigration closes, the travel ban, the pandemic. There's really no answer to that question.
Okay. All right. So make sure you call 844-774-3529. And remember, in my opinion, you shouldn't be doing your case yourself anyway. All right. Another question here.
Not to mention, by the way, this person did it himself. Who knows if he did it right? If he dotted every I, crossed every T. Immigration is now returning petitions or even denying petitions that leave blanks. So if you have a question there and you didn't fill it out, or it was not applicable or whatever, and you didn't put anything in, they can deny your case.
Absolutely. 844-774-3529. Let's get to another one. I am CR1 case holder, and the case is still in administrative process for the last 12 months. 3 weeks ago, I did a mandamus file for my case. Can I do the registration of BV Lottery 2022? If I do it, will my CR1 petition be canceled? Seems like everyone with their case asking you guys questions.
Hang on a second. Say that again. And tell me again.
I am a CR1 case holder, and case is still in administrative process for the last 12 months. 3 weeks ago, I did a mandamus file for my case. Can I do registration DV Lottery 2022? If I do it, will my CR1 petition be canceled?
You can file for DV, and it will have nothing to do with your CR1. CR1, by the way, is a citizen. It's a spouse case. His wife's a citizen, or his husband, spouse is a U.S. citizen applying for the green card. They've been married less than 2 years. Just filed a mandamus, though. I mean, that if he did it right, mandamus could get a decision within a couple of months. But yes, you can certainly file a DV application. But what country are you from? Are you eligible to file for DV? Jamaicans, for instance, are not eligible for DV cases. So, you know, hard to answer that question with any specificity.
All right. And here's the final one that I have from the WhatsApp group. It says, my friend is here in America on an H-2B visa, and I sent his extension paperwork to a job, and they're already processing the visa as a host position. He now has been offered a busser position in a different place. My question, is he able to go ahead and still put in another petition, even if the other club have one in process? Potentially.
Well, first off, H-2Bs, that's a temporary worker position. A lot of country clubs, landscapers, a lot of those people do those types of cases. They're seasonal workers, basically. The answer is yes, but it's not the worker who puts in the petition, it's the employer. So if he has another employer that wants to hire him instead of the one that already sponsored him, yeah, they could get the petition in. I mean, there's a lot of work that needs to be done first. They have to get an application through the Department of Labor, get salaries taken care of. They have to do recruitment. There's all kinds of steps that have to be done before they file with the Immigration Service. But yes, he can certainly, if he has another company offering him a better position, he can certainly do it. Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Once again, folks, this is what it's all about each and every single weekday here at 9:30. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, you know, I tend to actually talk about it, run different parts of the segments that we do during the week. On Saturdays, it's between 6 and 8 p.m. We break it up so that everyone within those hours can hear a piece of what it is that the attorneys have to say. And the same on Sundays between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Squeeze, before you sign up, I just want to talk a little bit about a client. I just got a text from Nelson. We just had a success this morning. We have a client, Jamaican, coincidentally, who was just released on bond yesterday. This is a guy who is in ICE custody for the last 20 months, right? Nearly 2 years, right? He just retained us recently. Just got released. In fact, yesterday was his birthday too. We got him out. We got him out of jail. He was in immigration custody for the last 20 months. He was ordered removed by an immigration judge, and we had appealed the case all the way to the Second Circuit federal court, and we were successful. He had various problems, but anyway, his case was languishing. The guy was basically, they left him to rot in immigration jail, which these days, by the way, is a hotbed of COVID. Anyway, we went to federal court and we sought a writ of habeas corpus, which is basically saying to the court, we have a guy in jail, we want him out. All right? And we were successful. We've been fighting for this guy, like I said, you know, to get him out. He's been in jail for the past 20 months. Just got him out yesterday on his birthday. All right? Yeah. And I'm seeing from Nelson, he wants to come on the show and talk about it. So
great. We would love to have him on the show. All right, beautiful. And that's the kind of work that PPPD is all about. Pollock, Isaac, and Seco is all about. Andrea?
Yes, I wanted to let everybody know that today's the last day to register to vote in New York State. So please register if you haven't done so yet, okay?
And I will tell you all, vote for Biden.
Yes, definitely.
I will add that.
If you're not going to vote for Biden, don't register.
Yes. Once again, want to say thanks to both of you, Conrad Pollock and Andrea, attorneys at the firm. Pollock, Isaac, and Seco, PPPD. It's been a great show, and you guys have yourself a wonderful weekend. Also to the folks who have been watching us and listening to us on 93.5 FM, we do appreciate you actually tuning in. It's been great. And this is what we do, ladies and gentlemen, and we take pride in doing it each and every single day. If you'd like to get that free phone consultation now, make the call. It's 844-774-3529. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. And yes, it's an attorney advertisement, but it's also about us helping you because we will treat you like family. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Thank you all. Have yourself an amazing weekend.